So there's the camp down by the river, and it must flood pretty high through here at times, because up here is a whole bunch of driftwood up in these trees, which is a fair way up. This is Neil's setup, and Neil had a stretcher in there last night for the first time, trying that out. How did that work out, Neil? Comfy? Yeah. A bit chilly last night, so I even put my survival cocoon over my sleeping bag. Didn't really do much. I think it's for survival, not for warmth. I probably should have just shoved my jacket over my feet. The sandy part was cold. But what do you reckon it got down to last night?
6 degrees.
Yeah, 5 or 6 degrees. So.
There's no ice on anything. So.
No.
Too bad.
But yeah, nice little camp. Had a good go at burning that log last night. Now we're going to compare coffee makers. And we've got the morning battle of the coffee makers, because you may think adventure bikes run on petrol, but they actually run on coffee. And Neil's got the airpress, and I've got the perker just about ready to go. So the water's just boiling up, and then we'll have a bit of a taste off. Scientific. So the key is not to put the I've had the coffee there ready to go, but you don't put it in while this water is coming up to the boil, because then it makes the coffee burnt, more or less, you know, overheats it and loses some of its flavour. So I'm literally filming watching water boil. I'm sure it's going to make for the most exciting video you've ever seen. Yep, living the life. It's us. Alright, boiling. It's far less tricky when it's not balanced on an open flame. Wait for the magic.
Yeah. Well, the magic will happen. Meanwhile, over here.
Meanwhile, Neil's brewing.
It's just like a boil down, so turn it up.
I hear the magic happening.
Put that in there.
Come on. Look at that. Crema and everything.
Fucking hell.
She's all go. Adventure bike life.
What are we?
Does one of us have a BMW?
Guess which one, mate?
We have liftoff. Look at that. Yeah. Okay. So, Let's
Tricky bit, you don't scold yourself.
no, the handle.
Yeah, so we'll just push that down.
That's Neil's process there. Pushes it down through the filters. Mine is just mine is just perked up through the filters. So let's see the result. Oh, look at that. And there you have it. Coffee ready to drink kind of strength, and espresso shot basically in this one. And
Oh, you only get a little bit.
yeah, it's basically an espresso shot, more or less. So
What's on the couches?
please, thank you.
You can finish it off.
And
I think both.
cheers.
Cheers, here. Just coffee. This isn't a soy latte.
That's
Caramel
coffee, all right.
salted. Low fat.
It's coffee, all right.
It'll get you going, won't
If you haven't gone this morning, this will get you going. And if you have to go, it's way over there. And for someone who hasn't been flushing a toilet for the last 2 months, oh sorry, I have been flushing a toilet, obviously. For someone who hasn't been wiping their butt for the last 2 months, because I have a bidet set up on my toilet, to say that it was primitive and messy would be an understatement. But there was enough toilet paper there to solve the crisis at the supermarkets. So I don't know why people are stocking up. They can just drive out here and get some. But it was one ply. So let's have a quick look at Neil's bike after yesterday's ride and adventure. And he's given everything a good little testing. I've got to say my bike is no cleaner, and my boots, if anything, were dirtier. But yeah, that's adventure riding. Yeah.
We probably shouldn't have gone down.
No. But once you did, I didn't. So, and very, very luckily, the 790 happened to find purchase on the side and get up without having to be pushed up. But we had to take stuff off Neil's bike to get it up. And yeah, very, very luckily the 790 got up, because that would not have been fun to push up at all.
I think because he went first.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. But yeah, good fun. Alrighty, so we've just packed up at our nice camp down by the river. Neil's firing up his beast, and 790's just warming up. So she did the job yesterday, and good little tracks out of here. Oh. 11 degrees, but I think we'll warm up pretty quick.
The old 690s are pretty tall, and they're pretty loaded. So I've got it on street throttle, off-road ABS, slip control 1 in rally mode, and it should do the job. It's our campfire from last night down by the river, which you can see the flood line here when it gets a bit of rain through. Bit of temperature in it now, so yeah, nice little campsite. Good flat areas down by the river, no mozzies. You just go online and book your camping spots and pay for it. Hey mate. Bit muddy as you can see. Till we get a bit of temperature in before we do much. I'm sure on camera this looks pretty flat. Bit of traction over the side. I'm liking these wheels, they're a little bit sharper turning, give you a little bit more option. Choose your line, pick a gap, go for it, cuts in better. Generally speaking, pretty nice. You wouldn't want to be shy of rocks and ride through here, but too bad. Obviously you want to avoid the bigger, sharper ones, and anything that's going to toss you offline that's loose. But when the track is all made up of rock, you've got no choice, you're going to ride rocks. So just a case of moving your body around, getting the wheels to go where you want them to go and not where you don't. A lot easier generally if you're standing up to get your body weight where you want it, get the bike to go where you want it to go. These slippery bits, a bit like sand. Second gear is pretty happening gear for this rocky crap. Certainly warm up quick enough. Me, not the bike. check, see if anything else coming. Oh yeah, there he is. So yeah, that one down there is pretty muddy option down to the Reedy camping area. But should we go down there? You want to go back and give it another go? No? I don't either. That's for sure. I'm sure this all looks flat on the video, but some of these rocky bits are steep uphill and some are a little bit downhill. But Sundown National Park's proved to be a bit of a gem, really. Not too far from home, cosmically speaking. 260 kilometres or something. Neil filled up in Stanthorpe. I didn't need to get in here and back. But from here we're going to go to Garraween National Park. We've been to the other side of it and the New South Wales side of it, but haven't really explored this side of it, so we're going to go see if there's somewhere there to have a coffee and whatnot. Have a little bit of a look around. Someone's gear's made a bid for freedom. I think a lot of the time with the 790 you're better just leaving it in second gear with the clutch out and using the torque and a bit of fine throttle control. Hey boys, how you doing? Couple of friendly roos. Nice national park. It's actually quite a big one when you look at the map. A couple of valleys, and we were in the river down there. Back between those, lots of hills. So yeah, we've got about another 10 k's of this, I think. Else's gear falling off. On that rougher stuff where there's just so many baby head kind of rocks, you just want to pick your line through it to keep your momentum going. Helps if you put it in gear. Nice little campy spots and stuff that the national parks guys put around. Nice picnic table, some rocks. I think the idea is that you come out here and watch the sun go down, I'd be guessing from the name of it, Sundown Park. I don't know about you guys, but whatever music comes on does somewhat dictate my riding style and speed. I've got the Bose noise cancelling headphones in at the moment. I've also got a set of Sony wireless ones, but they're not quite as comfy. But when you're on the highway, these Bose ones pop whenever the air pressure has a big change. Like, I joke with Neil that I get it from riding behind his BMW, from the cylinders sticking out, but it's actually just a case of any bike in front of you sets out these square waves. The BMW does happen to set out more. So here's an old mining shaft from way back in the day that they've blocked off. You can see a little bit of the workings over here, and probably some other areas, so we might stop and have a bit of a look around without falling over. No, Neil doesn't want to stop. So hazardous and poisonous mining waste and unstable mine shafts in there. So I don't know what they were mining for in here. Could have been arsenic or tin or anything. So I haven't given my clutch a workout or anything on this this trip, but you know, you could on one of these hills get stuck and really have to work your bike to get it going, to get up, you know, if you got on the wrong parts of some rocks and whatever. And it's one thing, just out of habit, I always look down and make sure I've got a little bit of free play in my clutch lever, make sure that I'm not heating it up and then having them slightly slip, because that'll pretty quickly lead to a catastrophic failure. So yeah, these areas here are all blocked off from access. Toxic something or other in there, so I don't want people poking around. Have I ever mentioned how good the 790 is? I saw the video of that cat on the T7 doing some crazy stuff, but to be perfectly honest, I couldn't do most of that on my motocross bike, so he's welcome to it. I'll obviously a much more skilled rider. Not that I'm bagging a T7, man, for the money they're a lot of bike. Awesome, they're like a down-spec'd, size-wise Africa Twin. And if they had been available when the Africa Twin came out, I would have bought a T7 for sure, no doubt. Neil's warmed up, he's given her the berries on a couple of these. I mean, even with 25, 30 kilos of stuff on the back, she just lands so nicely. We're not going fast, we're not doing anything fancy. Just good that it does what it's supposed to do. No clunking or bumping like the Africa Twin used to. Just makes you want to have fun. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Get out with your mates, see some places you haven't seen before, camp in the cold, this is something completely different, go for a ride. If you take it easy through this stuff, no drama. Not a race. Or someone tries to get past. And it's always a bit more fun to have another bike in the picture. See what they're doing. Compare lines, compare bikes. Another roo. Amazing how quick they disappear. It's still pretty cold. I can't close my visor all the way. It's fogging up from my breath. So still chilly. 9 degrees now, so we've obviously gone up a bit higher, but I've got the vents all open on the Climb Carlsbad jacket that I've got. Neil's got the Climb top and bottom. I've just got a pair of Fox over the boot, not waterproof pants. Having a bit of a kicker. Water erosion mounds are put in to stop the water running all the way down the wheel tracks and just digging big holes. So they're quite important to the eco-structure of the tracks, and purely by chance also had a little bit of a frisson of fun for us on the bikes. Thanks, mate. Thanks, mate. So my understanding is you can come through the park for free. You've only got to pay if you camp and stay the night. Like all the national parks, pretty much. No, actually I think the snowy ones you got to pay to go in. Probably for road clearance. costs. But yeah, for these ones I think you can drive in for the day and have a look around, but if you camp you've got to have a little tag. Just got to match the number of people in your campsite if they come and check. Yeah, it's funny, the wind is actually cold enough to make my eyes water with the visor up one click. They fog up if I put it down, so. It's 8 degrees now, that's why. It's on the chillier end of it. I'm warm as toast. I haven't got my Evade jacket turned on now because we're working out a little bit. You wouldn't think so, but you're supporting your own weight. You're going up and down plenty of times. Nice landing on this one. Wouldn't want to overdo it. Tracks and bits and pieces off to the sides here and there. They don't actually make these for us to jump, so quite often the landing area's got either a little bit of a turn or a bit of crap on it. Don't want to go too hard. Wouldn't want to damage my nice shiny wheels. usually know there's a bit of something going on when there's a side track like that. But I don't know, maybe in winter it gets a bit hard to go through or something. Just wait and see if Neil's coming. There he is. There's nothing hard here, and Neil's a pretty accomplished rider now after piloting his big girl Charlene. I think when he rides the 690 he finds everything pretty easy. This BMW with the 21-inch front wheel is so much better than with the 19-inch. I don't know why they don't offer that for the GSA. Go down there again. Well, oh fuck! Yeah. Basically, I just did the wrong thing at the wrong place. Put my foot down. It was a hole. There's just nothing there. So that's why. Yeah, it happens. Recycle the key after you drop it. Bit irritating, but what you gonna do? Probably should have accelerated over that one. I bet this doesn't even look steep on the video. See, plenty of vehicles have struggled to get up here. I might have fallen off. Where we turned, the front wheel went up. I went to put my foot down. So, there's nobody home.
No one saw it.
No, I had the video going.
Oh, okay.
So, that's a workout, eh?
Well, I'm not cold anymore.
It's 7 degrees.
Is it?
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like it.
Nah. if I put my visor all the way down, it fogs up.
Yeah, I can't have it down.
Yeah.
We'll stop at the gate and air the tyres up because my tyres are quite low. Actually.
Yep. Perfect.
Yep. You go ahead, mate.
Okay. Yeah, we let Neil's tyres down even more yesterday to get up the muddy spot. So after a couple of goes, it was apparent that was the only way we were getting it up without taking every single bit of gear off it. So we just took the top bags off it and aired it down to the mid-teens. Front end's definitely lighter. These wheels on and losing one disc, you can just pop it up over stuff a little bit easier. Quite enjoying it. A little bit of a dead feel, want of a better word, to the brakes with the standard master, but I can still lock up the ABS on dirt and on tar seal, so yeah, other than feel, they're not bad. They do feel a bit wooden. I did put pads in that have got more bite. I went for the sintered the SPS pads. So I also carry a spare, and I just replaced the rear ones, 24,000 Ks they were worn, to less than a millimetre. They were pretty close to gone. So just bring those pads along, particularly on a big ride, in case you get some of the sand and mud just acts like grinding paste. One more. Yeah, I've heard guys get stuck out there and wear their pads out in the day, and when the soil is quite abrasive and it rains, and then it turns to like a grinding paste. One more. Thanks, mate. Just wait and see. Make sure Neil's coming. I think the main difference between Neil's riding pace and my riding pace is how much you stand up, actually. obviously it's a lot easier for the bike to float through stuff. So I don't mind standing and getting a bit of a workout, moving a slightly higher pace without going crazy. My tyre pressures are still in the mid-20s, 25, 25 down there. 7 degrees now. Coming back down. We were over 1,000 metres high, so we're at 954 metres now. And there he is, heading down, back down. See, this probably looks flat on video. It's not. Yeah, you know, a lot of people complain about the engine at low revs. I'm in third at the moment, doing 2,000. You know, it's pretty smooth to accelerate. Yeah, there's smoother engines around, but not smoother engines that feel like they want to go like this one does. That just at any point want to do that. You know, I mean, it doesn't matter whether you got 30 horsepower or 300 horsepower, your bike can do that. But the point is, this one feels like it wants to all the time, you know. Thought that was full of water for some reason. You know, this is just blipping along at 3,000 RPM in third gear, and it's got plenty of torque, plenty of poke. I can hang the back out at any point. What more do you need? Maybe that gives some indication of how steep it is by the way these vehicles are moving in front of us. But, you know, it pays not to be in a rush. I mean, this guy's got his own deal going on. This is actually quite steep, where we're going down here. Not a place I'd expect someone to pull over and let me through until the track gets a bit nicer, you know. No rush. But you know, at some point it would be nice if it did. Like some point now. Thanks mate, there's one more. They're nice. Bit of a combination of everything, you know. A few rocky sections to keep you on your toes, make you pick good lines. little bit that you can flow through. Which is why it's so much easier if standing. You can let the bike float a little bit under you, and just by weighting the pegs and stuff you can move it side to side, so it makes a hell of a difference. I don't know whether these guys are park rangers or they work for some company, but I think we're nearly out of the park. Oh no, quite. This guy's driving along with his music on, he doesn't even know I'm here. Got his window up. But Neil's not here yet, so it's no biggie. Here it comes. This is the park entrance here, so we're just going to stop and air up our tyres. We'll close it, mate.